What up, it's your boy EJ the Alchemist, and today we're gonna talk about the best Power Rangers of all time, Dino Thunder. First thing I want to talk about is the motherfucking drip. These niggas was dripped the fuck out. Like the helmets was cool and the little designs on the side they had, that shit was fire. The only ones that come close is like Ninja Storm, SPD, and fucking Mystic Force. And Dino Thunder is tied for having the best theme song in Power Ranger history, for me at least. Cause that Mystic Force theme hard too, but I think it's a tie between them two, Dino Thunder and Mystic Force. And you think about it, Dino Thunder is really like a 2000s Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. You think about it, cause like it's just the basic same shit, like teenagers with attitudes, like, but it's like kind of more modernized, cause like they still have the nerd, you know, the little emo girl, you know, the jock and all that shit. So yeah, Connor's the jock, Ethan's the nerd, and Kira is the emo girl. And Tommy is back as like the leader slash mentor of the team now, and he's a professor at the school, which I thought was cool. And you know, it wouldn't be Power Rangers if we didn't have an evil ranger. So this nigga is named Trent Mercer. This nigga is probably the best evil, cool and looking extra ranger I have ever seen in my goddamn life. Like, there's no debating that this is the drippiest nigga in Power Rangers history. Like, there is nobody with more drip than this nigga in Power Rangers, I swear to God. Bro, that nigga Trent with the white, black, and gold with the red visor, that nigga was so fucking drip. But yeah, Connor's the red ranger, Ethan's the blue ranger, Kira's the yellow ranger, Tommy's the black ranger, and Trent is the white ranger. And I know I've been saying best a lot, but Dino Thunder has the best Power Rangers villain of all time. With that nigga Mesogog, that nigga is so fucking menacing, boy. Like, bro, just listen to this nigga talk. Listen to this nigga talk right quick. Listen to him.
At least we still have the element of...
Welcome. We've been expecting you.
surprise.
You remember me, I trust.
This man want to be Jigsaw so bad. But yeah, Mesogog is actually Trent's adopted father. And Trent's father turns into Mesogog without even knowing it. It's like a Jekyll and Hyde type situation. Like, he'll turn into Mesogog, but he won't remember what he did. It's really the same with Trent, because when he got his power, he was evil. And like, when he turned back, he won't remember what he did. It's basically like a parallel to his dad, which is cool. I also like in Dino Thunder how they like gave them powers before they like morphed and shit. I thought that was fire. Like, I know Connor had super speed, Ethan had like hard rhino skin, and Kira had like yelling powers. Tommy had invisibility, I want to say, and Trent had like camouflage, which is basically the same as invisibility. I don't know why they just said camouflage. And I think they were also the only niggas to have like that second form when they power up, like that super dino mode. That shit was so fire. Like the design on the side of the suit, like they would turn into like big ass bones, like extruding from their body. Like that shit was hard. And it'll always be fire when they like power up and they'll do like 3 backflips in front of a volcano or some shit. That shit was so extra. Like, I never understood why the villain just didn't fucking shoot them niggas like while they was doing that. Cause that shit took a good like 15 seconds, no cap. The show also had great character development. Like with Connor in the beginning, he was just a total dickhead. Like, that nigga was selfish as hell, only cared about him. But towards the end, he started becoming like a real leader, like a real good, genuine person. Like, that's great character development right there. And in one episode, like, Ethan, you know, he's a nerd, like I said in the beginning. But this one episode, a bully was trying him and like he wasn't going for it. Like, Ethan was the type of person to just let it slide. But you know, now he's grown as a character. He stood up to the bully and wasn't taking that shit no more. Come on. And Kira went from like a reserved emo girl not trusting nobody to being on a team with friends she actually cares about. Come on, that's growth. And to be fair, you can't really do no character development with Tommy because, you know, he always gonna be the GOAT. Yeah, man, RIP to the fucking GOAT. Hate to see him go, bro. That nigga was literally one of the GOATs of our childhoods, but he's a legend. I remember in this one episode, they was going through like the legacy of Tommy, showing all the Power Rangers teams he been on, like, you know, being the Green Ranger in Mighty Morphin, the Red Ranger in Zeo, the White Ranger in Mighty Morphin as well, and to now being the Black Ranger of Dino Thunder. And in this episode, he had to fight all his past versions of himself, which was cool. Like, damn, this nigga really fight his old young self. That was fire. But you know that sound Tommy make when he be fighting, bro? When I tell you it was non-stop. Just listen to it, watch.
The gem, it's gone.
That nigga said, ugh, off a fucking throw. Like, come on, bro. Hey, I know y'all remember that crossover between Dino Thunder and Ninja Storm. Oh, that shit was so heat, boy. So, like, the Ninja Storm niggas had got, like, put under, like, an evil spell or some shit. So, they came to, like, the Dino Thunder niggas' hood and started, you know, fighting and shit. But tell me why the Ninja Storm niggas was dogging the Dino Thunder. Like, they was dogging them niggas. Like, I get the Ninja Storm niggas is like trained ninjas and shit. Like, they been fighting their whole lives for this. But still, like, it wasn't even close. Like, the Ninja Storm niggas was hitting them niggas with the nigga. Like, I remember watching that, my mind being blown. Like, fucking blown as a little kid. I was like, oh my god, Power Rangers are fighting each other. What the fuck is going on? And then they teamed up to fight Lothar and Mesogog at the same time, which was cool. I ain't gonna lie, that nigga Mesogog was bitching Lothar though. That nigga made that nigga his bitch. That shit was embarrassing. And Mesogog henchmen, like, they was cool too. Like, you had the one that was a principal of the school. She was cool. And the nigga, like, the fully armored dark blue and black nigga, like, he was cool. And then they gave Connor the Red Ranger his ultimate form, which was called, like, Triassic mode, I want to say. And that shit was so cool. He had, like, a gem on his forehead, and he was, like, covered in red and gold. That shit was so clean, no cap. Let me just rant with y'all for a little bit. Bro, Disney Power Rangers was fucking undefeated. Like, don't get me wrong, bro. Disney Power Rangers did have, like, a few duds, like Operation Overdrive. That shit was terrible. But other than that, I can't think of another bad Power Ranger series that came from Disney. But when I tell you, bro, when I was a little kid, I think I was in, like, the 3rd grade. They switched over to Nickelodeon. And when I tell you, the first Ranger show was, like, Samurai. That shit was so fucking garbage. Like, I cannot describe how garbage that shit was. Like, nigga, I was like 9 when the show came out. And, like, if a 9-year-old could just see all the flaws in your show and realize his ass, like, you're doing something wrong. Like, that shit was garbage. And, like, I know what I'm finna say is gonna sound like, what? Are you dumb? But it's like almost like it got cornier. Like, I know Power Rangers already, like, corny, but when it went to Nickelodeon, it just felt way more cornier, if that makes sense. Like, they wasn't even trying to be subtle with it. It was just straight cornball activity. And I saw a clip from, like, one of the newer Power Ranger shows called Megaforce. Bro, when I tell you they're running out of ideas at this point, these niggas powers from Power Rangers and Megaforce. Like, whatever color they get to use the powers of every other Power Ranger with that color before them. Like, at that point, they just need to stop. Power Rangers is done. Like, if you making their power to use every other Power Ranger's ability, like, that's fucking stupid. And one more thing about Dino Thunder. Their Megazord is easily the best Megazord in fucking Power Ranger history. I know I keep saying it's the GOAT. Nigga, it's because it is. Like, it's the GOAT. You cannot tell me another Power Ranger show at least better than Dino Thunder. Well, that's all I got for Dino Thunder being the best Power Ranger series of all time. It's me and your boy EJ the Alchemist. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.